All right, joining me now, our wonderful royal correspondent, the royal editor at TalkTV, Sarah Hewson. Sarah, welcome. Great to have you on the show. Now, look, I watched a bit of Crown. I felt uncomfortable watching it. I enjoy the earlier versions where it was the early days of the Queen's reign. I've become a bit more reluctant to watch it as it became more contemporaneous. And I remember some of the history, I'm sure as you do at the time. And there's a disconnect between what's put to TV and what we remember from the moment. But how's it going down in the UK?
Hi, Peter. Good to see you. Yes, I mean, I share your feelings about this series of The Crown. I've always enjoyed The Crown as a fantastic and beautifully put together piece of entertainment. But the closer it gets to the modern day, it does become less comfortable. And I think that is because we lived through this history and because many of the protagonists in it are still alive. And it has been incredibly controversial, the build-up to Series 5 of The Crown, incredibly fraught with complaints from former Prime Ministers Tony Blair and John Major about their portrayal and it being accused of being a barrel load of nonsense, for example. But actually, this is nothing new because it's turned out that in the second series of The Crown, the Duke of Edinburgh was very, very upset by his portrayal in it, in particular, an episode which portrayed him as being responsible for his sister, Cecile, deciding to travel to London with her family while heavily pregnant. Now, when she was flying to London, her plane crashed, killing her husband, her young children, and she'd given birth during that flight, and her baby's body was found next to her in the wreckage of the flight. Now, Prince Philip in The Crown was blamed for that decision, and he was very upset by that. And it's been claimed that he consulted his lawyers as to whether he should sue The Crown over it. He decided not to, but he certainly watched it and had, I'm told, said to the Queen, "Don't watch it, it will only irritate you." I mean, this series will certainly irritate and concern members of the royal family. Whether or not they are watching, we don't know, but they have maintained what is a very typical, I suppose, dignified silence on this, not wanting to give it any credence as yet.
Just quickly give me a wrap on this whole issue of the councils of state and the fact that they're now putting in train moves to ensure we never see Prince Andrew or Prince Harry having to deputise for the King.
Yes, so the councils of state are named members of the royal family who can deputise for the monarch when they are indisposed, either out of the country or through ill health. We saw it when the Queen couldn't attend the state opening of Parliament, for example. Currently, the councillors of state are the Queen Consort, Prince William, Prince Harry, Prince Andrew and Beatrice. Doesn't work with Harry and Andrew, of course, because that is controversial. So the King has written to the House of Lords asking them to add Prince Edward and Prince Anne to the list to make it a little bit more palatable, I suppose.
I think that does the job. Sarah Hewson, thank you as always. Catch up with you soon.